This PRM training video deals with inventory labels. Goals for this session include creating labels for your non-barcoded items such as apparel, adding labels for processing, either individually or by importing a list by department, then printing the barcode labels. If you need help with any POS function you are working on, just click the F1 key on your keyboard to access the manual which will appear on that specific topic area. The printing inventory label function is accessible only to the advisor and/or student managers from the manager mode access in the keyboard or touchscreen modes. In the keyboard mode, from the invoice sales screen, click on the Show More Options F2 key. Then click the Manager Mode F9 key to access the Manager Mode screen. In the Touch mode, from the Invoice Sales screen, touch the Manager button on the lower right, then touch the Manager Mode button on the following screen to access the Manager Mode screen. Anytime you are in the Manager mode, you should use the mouse to highlight and click on detail items to select them. On the Manager Mode screen, there are many ways to create a label list to print inventory labels. For new inventory items, touch or click on the Inventory button. The Inventory Center screen appears. Highlight an inventory item needing labels from the list shown. Then select the Add Tagged, highlighted to Label List button, the fifth button from the left below the yellow area. A quantity to add to label list screen appears with an option to change the label quantity. Click OK F10 to send the item and quantity to the Labels to Process list. A positive alert will pop up to show that the items have been sent. You can repeat this process for any number of labels to print, generally individual or small numbers to process. To print the labels, go to the Manager Mode screen. Click on the Labels button near the middle. All items sent to be processed will appear on the Inventory Labels screen. To preview and then print the labels, click the Tag All button to place a check mark on each item in the box to the left. If only a few items are to be printed, individually check the items to process. To preview the labels before printing, click or check mark the Preview Labels option on the lower right. Click the Print Labels F7 button to proceed to the Print Options screen. Make sure you have loaded your 1 inch by 2 5/8 inch Avery type labels with 30 on a sheet in your report printer with the correct side inserted for printing. Click Yes to proceed to process school store labels. On the Print Options screen, if you click the Select button on the lower right, you will have the option to select a starting point other than the upper left to start printing your labels to take advantage of partially used label sheets. Once you click the Start button, your labels will be shown for preview. Just as in other report printing situations, the print menu is shown at the top of the page. The printer icon will print the entire list of pages previewed. Or you can print just the page showing, or you can preview other pages by clicking the arrows right or left. Or you can close the printing option by clicking the door icon on the right. For larger numbers of items to print, from the Manager Mode screen, click on the Labels button. From the Action menu on the left, click on Import Items. Remember, items to be imported must share a common department or category to be imported as a group. A Query Options screen will appear with previously saved queries or creating a new query as options. At this time, the Apparel department will be the only saved query, but you can create and save any query option as to match your merchandise needs. For now, select the Apparel department option. All items you have assigned to the Apparel department will appear with the SKU, description, and then the quantity will be defaulted as to what you have in stock at that moment. To make quantity adjustments, click the Edit button to enter the correct label quantity to print. To preview and then print the labels, click the Tag All button to place a check mark on each item in the box to the left. If only a few items are to be printed, manually check the items to process. To preview the labels before printing, click and check mark the Preview Labels option on the lower right. Click the Print Labels F7 button to proceed to the Print Options screen. Preview and print the labels on the mailing label pages. For your inventory labels practice test, you will log on to the POS in the training mode. You are going to print barcode labels by either adding a few items individually or by importing a department inventory list and then selecting a small number of items to print. Preview the inventory items before printing, print the labels, and then purge the label list when completed.